Hello and welcome to the second lesson in asking for help. What help do you need? In the last lesson, we talked about getting your mindset right around asking for help. As we said in the previous lesson, this might be something new to you to get your head around. But as you know, it's all a part of the new world that you'll be living in. In this lesson, let's talk about identifying what help you need. I get it. Things can feel overwhelming. This is why one of the best things you can do for overwhelm is to take some time to get clarity on what you need. If you're clear on what you need, then you can take the steps to manage it. This puts you back in the driver's seat. When you go through the process of identifying what you need, you'll find you can't do it all. Every mother finds this. This is where asking for help becomes essential. So let's take some time and identify what help you need. You may find as you go through this process that there are two things you need help with. The first is questions you need answered. In this new world you're living in, there may be a million different questions that you have swimming around in your head. Maybe you just haven't taken time to find the answer to your question. And as a result, the questions keep building up. You may have questions about the maternity leave at work, where to find daycare, the best OBGYN. Sometimes these questions weigh on you until you're able to find an answer to them and can be extremely overwhelming. So the first type of help you may need is getting your questions answered. The second type of help you may need is help with your day-to-day. You're adding a whole other facet to your life, and with that takes some adjustment. Getting some help can go a long way to making this much easier on you and your family. It may be getting someone to help with the laundry. I know that was a big one for me. Maybe help walking the dog, especially later in your pregnancy when balance can become an issue. Going grocery shopping. This doesn't have to be every time, but something like Instacart can be really helpful. In fact, I found out about Instacart at the support group meetings I used to do for Postpartum Support Virginia. Another one that you may need help with is negotiating your hours at work. It's great to have colleagues who've gone through it and may have some pointers for you. Getting some help to look after your aging parents. There are many different things that you could ask for some help with. Everyone's a little different, so this is going to be unique to you. So when it comes to asking for help, there are two main types: questions that you need answered and getting help with your day-to-day. Now, before I have you go to your homework, I want you to consider one last thing. Sometimes of all the things that you need to do, rather than asking for help, you may just need to put it aside. I know we did when we bought our house shortly having our first baby. We were feeling pressure to do everything right away. And of course, that's not possible, and it certainly wasn't feasible. And thanks to some neighbors, we took it much slower. And that was a huge relief. Maybe you just don't need to do certain activities. It doesn't mean that you're not going to do them. It doesn't mean that you're lowering your standards. It means that you're just adjusting to your new life. So I challenge you, and I know this won't be easy, but think about some of the things that you have on your to-do list right now and whether or not they can be put on hold. All right, let's get to work. As you might expect, I've put together a worksheet to help you work through this process. And the good news is it's a worksheet that can come in handy a lot. So this is what I'd like you to do. Find a quiet place, give yourself about 15 minutes, grab some tea or some ice water, depending on the weather where you are, and start thinking about the help that you may need. First, start by writing down any questions that you have that you just haven't had the time to get answers to yet. Once you've gone through that exercise, I want you to now think about help that you need. On the worksheet, I've divided it up into 4 different sections: work, home, family, and other. My challenge for you is to come up with just one item for each category that you can ask for help for or let go of. You may not have something for each category, but I want you to at least consider each of them individually. Once you've identified something in each category, we can move on to the next lesson so we can build on this exercise. Good luck, have fun, and see you on the next one.